everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness here, and yesterday we were talking about kind of getting back into the groove of things after Thanksgiving. Maybe you fell off the wagon for a few days and just didn't quite get your workouts in, or something happened and you just kind of taken a little break from it, and you're looking for a way to get back into that and just haven't quite found that way. Most of the time we look at that perfection piece and we figure, well, if I can't get in 3 workouts at an hour a piece this week, then there's no point in doing even one. Well, like we talked about yesterday, a little bit is better than nothing, so something getting done is definitely going to give you some benefit, but more than that, it's actually going to restart kind of your brain thinking about how exercise makes you feel and make you want to get back into the swing of working out again, just because it does make you feel a whole lot better. You increase your energy, you have better sleep, not to mention, being able to change your body and change your weight and all those kinds of good things. So we definitely want to have a way to get back into that. So what do? Well, one of the best ways to do that is to do basically a very small circuit, if you will. And I'm going to bring Lawrence in today to demo for you. But we're going to do a real small circuit, and I'm just going to have him demo the exercises so you can see. And then later I'm going to put these down in the comments so that you'll have an idea of what they were. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 2 exercise sets. So basically a couplet here, and we're going to have one that's a little more cardio based and one that's a little bit more strength based. So we are going to need some weights that I forgot to grab, so I'll have Lawrence grab those because, well, sometimes you just forget things. So we're going to start off with a skate out, and that's a cardio exercise, so we won't need any weights for that, but we will for the second exercise. So on our skate out here, we're going to go ahead and take it to where we're jumping from one side to the other. It's just like you were skating, and you're going to keep a really low center of gravity, so your knees are down low, your hips are down low. Now remember that you can modify this by stepping, you intensify it by jumping, and your goal is to jump as wide as you can from side to side each time to really get that power element in there and work those muscle fibers a little deeper. So we would do this for 30 seconds. Then we would take a 15-second break, and during that 15-second break, we'd go ahead and grab our weights. Now, obviously, again, we're not doing a full workout here, but you get the idea. 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We go into a squat press. So for the squat press, we're going to start with the hands right at the shoulders here like Lawrence has. We're going to engage that core, sit down and back into our squat. Remember, you're always putting the weight back in your heels. Your toes are light. They can wiggle. Standing up, pressing those weights overhead, core engaged so we're not bending backwards. So you'll notice as he goes up here, that he doesn't bend through the back here, and then as he sits down, his weight centers back towards his heels more than towards his toes. Now, how deep you go in that squat, that's up to you. Maybe you pull a chair up behind you, you sit down and stand back up. That's an option as well. So that would be combo number 1. You can go ahead and rest. So we've got our skate out and our squat press, and both of those would give you pretty much a full body workout. You're going to work from the core to the legs to the arms. Everything's going to be working. And it's going to help to remind you how great exercise feels. Now, just to keep you from getting bored, because I know that if I do the same thing every day, I'm going to get bored with it. So we want to really kind of switch things up. So what we're going to do is a swing to a squat. And we're going to use a weight. If you've got a kettlebell, that would work. If you've got a sandbag, that would work. Remember, we don't want to be picky on what we've got because we want to make sure that anything we have will work. So for this, we're going to take a little bit wider stance, our toes slightly turned out, our stomach engaged nice and tight. We're going to swing that weight up to the shoulders. And then we're going to swing it down through the legs with a nice flat back, and then we're going to bring it down into our front squat. So we're going to bend the elbows and take it down. Now, if you can tap your elbows on your knees, that's great. If not, remember, you don't have to, okay? Most important part about this one is that really flat back right here, making sure those shoulder blades are pulled back and together so we don't end up bending at that low back and really sacrificing there. So really making sure that the weight you choose is appropriate for you and that maybe we don't go so heavy at first, but just really getting that activity. Also double checking, making sure that we don't lock the knees on that swing. So the second part would be our push-up. We've gone over push-ups before, but just for fun, we'll demo them anyways. So we can do push-ups on our knees, on our toes. We can elevate them on a bench. We're going to have our hands out nice and wide, and we're going to take it down into our push-up position. As we go down, our elbow is right underneath our elbow is right on top of our wrist. So we're going to keep good alignment there, and we're going to make sure that the low back does not sag down, that the chest doesn't start to sag down. Everything's moving as one piece down and up. So your choice again on how deep you go, on how fast you go, on what position you're in when you do it. You want to find what works for you so that you'll get it done. That's the big thing. What can you do today that you can get done to be better today than you were yesterday? So go ahead and try those out for me. Again, I'm going to put them down in the comments. Remember that until November 30th, we've got our Jump the Gun special. Half off your first month if you decide to join with us. So all you have to do is get your consultation scheduled, get that free consultation, half off your first month, and our 21-day guarantee where you can try us out in full. We want to be your fitness solution, your wellness solution this winter before January hits so that you are ahead of the game whenever that comes around. So feel free to give us a call today, 806-322-3188, and we'll talk to you soon.